Hi ma'am, can you please give a
Hi.
brief about yourself as to how many people you live with, what you do?
Okay. So my name is Sonil Singhania. Uh, I'm a lawyer, and at home we're a family of four. But my son is studying in Singapore, so he left in June to go to college in Singapore. My younger son, the older one, is in Ashoka. He's doing his online classes in Ashoka. So that's the family, apart from the staff we have. So,
Okay. Do you have any previous medical history that you won't mind sharing with us?
no, I actually don't have any previous medical history.
Okay. Since the COVID cases have began, like the rise in India, there have been many people talking about these fake remedies that cure COVID. So, have these remedies troubled you, or did you not bother to even have a look at
They've been talking about fake remedies which have helped in COVID, you're saying. For example,
them?
like what kind of fake remedy?
For example, like in COVID, like vitamin C, that it stops COVID, like stops you from getting COVID, prevents you from getting it, basically.
Prevents. Okay, you're talking about the multivitamins, right? Like the vitamin C, and that's why I asked you which fake remedies. You're talking about just taking, or like taking. See, certain things I haven't actually followed anything. Recently, I have started taking vitamin C very recently, like I would say just 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. Just, I mean, after hearing some, but that is the only thing I'm taking. Vitamin D, you anyway take it, you were taking once a month or something. Uh, any other thing I'm not really following, like what they're saying about Ayurvedic stuff, but in general, that kind of stuff is good, right? Like taking haldi water or taking something with stuff like that is anyway good for you. So, but I am a very chill kind of person, so I haven't really followed any of it.
Okay. How did the pandemic affect you? And like, if you could go back before the pandemic started, with the knowledge of the pandemic, what was the one thing that you would make sure you had?
What was the one thing which I would have, like, which I'm sure I had?
Yeah. Or maybe
Interesting. Interesting. No, I'm just trying to think from what angle. So to tell you honestly, when the pandemic began, I think, for the first 1 month, again, it's a very individual thought and preference. For the first 1 or even 2 months, I thought at least we should have a 1 month break in life every 5 years or every 3 years, because it was really good hanging out with family and everything at home, and the kind of time we were spending together for sure. And I think that was great. It just like you pause a lot of stuff in life and you realize, like, you don't have to do everything, and you can still, you know you don't have to be running around all the time, and you can be very happy. So I loved it. Actually, we all loved it at our place. 2 months. We started our office on 4th May, and so the thing stopped at what, 22nd March. So it wasn't that long, you know. So we didn't get that much time, and obviously the office wasn't completely regular. We had few people coming in, and and in between, like, 5 people were down with COVID, because of which again the office closed down for 10 days and stuff. But we are back in action right now. We're in full force in office since a while. Obviously we don't have people like interns and things like this. Interns are still doing online, but otherwise, all the lawyers, the EAs, the court clerks, the office boys, whatever the essential people we need, everybody's there. Or even the other departments like the HR or the business development or accounts, everybody's there.
yeah. So as you mentioned that five people were diagnosed with COVID. So was there any stigma attached with it? Like people would just like if you have asked the people who were diagnosed with COVID, like there were signs outside the houses and how they manage with their daily groceries and daily needs as individuals.
Yeah, so this, in fact, one girl we were very concerned with because she was expecting, sure, her whole family got it except for one member, except for her mother-in-law. I think the whole family got it. So fortunately, they all, first 3 4 days was slightly tougher, but they all got through it smoothly, fortunately. One or two of them were asymptomatic. Um, my neighbor also actually got it, so we had a sticker outside our house too. Like a second floor of our house got it. So yeah, so we had a sticker outside our house. We have construction, we have renovations going on in the house. So the labor refused to come. When they saw that sticker, though the entrances of the house were different, we had different driveways. So they didn't even have to go to that path. But the labor I can understand was, their thought process is different. So they refused to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think the government has responded well to the COVID situation?
This COVID thing's been very difficult, right? Like nobody knows what's happening. So I feel in terms of that, I feel they've not been bad. They have been pretty good trying to build in camps, trying to support people. You know, I think they've done a good job. I think they've done a good job.
Okay, and lastly, do you think there was anything positive about the COVID-19 lockdown except for the fact that you got to spend more time with your family, or like any silver lining during the COVID? And what's your learning? Like, what's something that you're going to keep in mind even in the future?
No, the silver lining in learning is it's not just about spending time, but it's also about realizations. I think a lot of people have definitely realized of what's important and what's not. Like, you can just, you've come to know more of your closer relationships. I know I've attended 2 weddings in COVID. So, I mean, obviously at 50, when you have to make those calls and decisions, okay, these are the only close 40, 50 people we have to invite. We can't call. I mean, sometimes you have to take tough decisions in the invitation list like that. But I mean, forget that. Apart from all that, I think a lot of people have realized a lot of things. Like, as I said, you don't have to keep running around after things. You can get happiness anywhere and everywhere. You know, and also help out. I feel help out, reach out, and help people wherever you can. You know, and if you're in a fortunate situation in a place, then do reach out and help people in whatever way you can.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.